So this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy one, but this is basically the US30 slash NAS100 main strategy, how I trade. So basically you're going to look for a range on the 1 hour or the 4 hour. I'm on TradingView on US30. This is later around in August, but same principle. So you're looking for a consolidation, or right here is basically consolidation, highs and lows that are like condensed, not like here, but over here you can clearly see there's like accumulation here. So go back on the 1 hour, and I lost my track. Holy. Yo. Over here. Yes, there we go. So over here, there's 3 main zones that I do. So if we're on the 1 hour, like right here, this is our zone. I'm gonna take the drawing tool. I do it kind of in my head now, but eventually, like, you'll get it off the bat. So here and here, candle closures, obviously, not the wicks. Wicks tell stories, candles, like the bodies, are like the important part. So here and here would be our range. And use the zone thing, just mark it out. So this, change to yellow. This is what I call my golden zone. So this is the middle of the consolidation. The peak part, which is around here. These are estimates, by the way. Like, price might not respect it perfectly, but these are just visuals, so it's better for you. So these two tops, so this red zone and this red zone, so what I call the risky slash the flip area. This is where price either breaks to the low and does a break to the bottom, or break to the top. Not here, but break to the top. And the yellow is the golden zone. So that's how you mark it up, basically. But I have a better example on my other tab. So a lot going on, but we'll go through it. So firstly, same zones as before, just drawn out better. So you have 3 main things that can happen. Either price will stay in the golden zone over here and just consolidate, go like here to here, here to here, here to here, but it won't break. If we do break, let's say it's a top, I call this a breakout top, and basically when this happens, it's usually very strong. So I have another example over here. This is a breakout top. Right around here, we broke. This is very strong. Usually when you break, it's very strong. And this example, the bottom, this one, that strong. This one over here is very strong. Like, this is a very clean break. So we'll go through it. So firstly, the golden zone, the breakout top, the breakout bottom, and the risks flip. Those are the 3-4 zones in the document I explained, but let's go to detail. So let's say market open, because you trade this New York only from 9 to 2 p.m. Don't trade after that. Don't trade before that. It doesn't matter. It's not good. You won't get better results. 9 is pretty much a sweet spot, and 2 is where volume starts to die down. So unless you're trying to stay in a trade and make like almost nothing for hours, don't even bother. 9 to 2, that's it. Unless there's some crazy news or something at 2, but usually beyond 2, it's very slow. So I'll use the replay mode so we can catch this right here, which is pretty simple. We're on replay mode. This is August, but it doesn't matter. It's happened all the time. The 1 hour time frame, this is what happens. So we're in the golden range because price came around here. It did not cross our risky slash flip area. Came right back in. It didn't break to the top. If it broke to the top, we would take buys targeting previous highs or trailing our stop loss in profit. If it broke to the bottom, like here, it almost did, but again, it's not a closure. This is a closure, but it's not very strong, so I wouldn't count this. If it did break to the bottom hard, or like a decent body closure, we'd look for sells targeting previous lows, or if there's no previous lows, we just trail your stop loss. But in this case, we have what I call a full move, which is top to bottom, 100% move. So price, let's say it's 930, and it is 930. If you look at the bottom middle, this would have been like a really good day. Right around here is 9, and price is around the middle, which is not where we take a trade. We take a trade from the peaks. So here or here, and price came around top at noon. So that's great. Noon till, well, 4, but whatever. You look for entries at 9 to 2. You can hold the trade beyond, but there is no way you're entering the trade at 2. Like, there's no reason for that. It won't even be worth it. So I calculate the golden zone with this little measuring tool. It's on the trading view on the left. You take this and you can measure the highs and lows of the zone. So I think I measured it last time, and this was like, hold on, this zone was around 480 points, which is a very decent zone. So once I calculate the full zone, I divide it into either 4, 6, 10, or whatever you want. In this example, I just divide it into 4. And basically around here, since we didn't break, we look for sells. And as we're going down, 25% mark is where you'd close 25% of your partials. So in this little pocket, you caught 120. In this little one, you caught 120, and so on and so on, until you get your full TP over here. If we break, you can re-enter another trade to break. Or if this is very fast, you'll gauge it, obviously, with the momentum and like experience in the market. You'll see if it's really pushing strong, just keep the trade. But usually I go for a full move and I close partials along the way. Because around here today, like this day over here, is not even a full move. This is starting in the middle. This is nothing. This is just wasting time. This is like a quarter, so you're wasting your time if you're in here. So you don't want peaks to peak. So this is a full move. This doesn't happen all the time, but it's still decent. This is a decent move. It's 480 points if you called the whole thing, which is great. And it pivoted again, but this is later in the day, around 6, so it doesn't matter for you. This is all slow. But yeah, that would be how I trade in the golden zone. This example would be a sell. Since we didn't break, we flipped again. So you want to pay attention to these red zones, because this is where price flips a lot. So I'll get out of replay mode, and we can see how many times price literally did this. This was a decent zone. Price did this, how many times? At least 10 times. These peaks are where you'd enter. The red zones, not the middle, the red zones. So this day over here, which is almost nothing, you're not trading this, you're not getting this. This one here, you're not doing anything. It's from the peaks. If you really, really try to get this entry, you won't get much, or you'll get like a 3/4 move. But really, if it's from the peaks, you'll usually get a good reaction, which is why I recommend you trade from the peaks. But yeah, that's mainly how it goes. To close partials in your trade, I mean, in your MT5, I can make like another video for that. It's pretty simple, but basically that. You look for a range, you mark out the range on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, you close partials along the way for a full move. And if you break, just enter another trade and target previous lows. So this is another example. This is in September. This is very nice range. So again, clearly you can see it on the 1 hour. We're in a range here, golden zone, red zones. They don't have to be like perfect, but you can just visualize them. This is just like for you guys to help you, but I don't really mark these anymore, I just know them. But previous highs here, if we're taking a buy around here, this would be a breakout to the top. Your stop losses, depending on your risk, you probably do like 40 points, 30 points, something like that. Just do 40. And target previous highs, look to the left, previous high to highest is over here, which we didn't get to, but if you want to be conservative, you could put their high over here. So even then, still decent. So if we break, it's usually strong, it has a lot of momentum, and we break like quick. So this is what time? 9, literally 9 on market. So this would be a good entry. But don't bother if it's not at 9 or 2 p.m. If you didn't get an entry from 9 to 2 p.m., don't bother trading. If it's in the middle of the zone, don't bother. This zone over here is smaller than the one previous. This is about maybe 200 or 180 points smaller, but look at the breakout to the bottom. Same thing again. Break to the bottom. We left the golden zone and previous lows. Target previous lows if we break out. If there's no previous lows, trailer stop loss. So yeah, that's mainly the strategy.